Hiya, hiya. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with the carnivore lifestyle. Sometimes carnivish, sometimes keto people listen, but it's all kind of the same. What it is, it's finding what works for you, not for your neighbor, not for me, not for 8 people that have commented on something that I said. What works just specifically for you. And since I had my little lettuce a couple of weeks ago, I find I'm getting lots of comments from people that do allow a little something something every now and then. I did decide, though, that the next time I have a salad, it's going to be lettuce free. I like having the next one I'm going to have, I already know because I bought some filet mignon for this week and to be cooked on the big green egg. It's going to be that with cottage cheese, with the macadamia nut oil, with the avocado. So it's going to be a little bit different, but there's no lettuce underneath it all. And I found the first day was fine, that I had it last week, and the second day wasn't. So my body really doesn't want to have the veg part. And I'm not craving it like I was before. So that's good. But I'm very happy that, I learned, right? So if I do have something with lettuce, it's going to be once and then not again. No 2 days in a row anyway. But I have no desire for it this time. Anyway, here we are. Now, it's June now, okay? So maybe you had a little get together or something, or maybe just enough of this lockdown. Ours is still going on, by the way, in Massachusetts. Ever. But maybe you gave in. Maybe you caved in. Maybe you had a case of the efforts and you said, I'm going to have this. You were at somebody else's house, somebody else's backyard. You were at a restaurant. You were someplace and somebody was having something, and that was it. And it's almost like your reward. It's my reward for being inside for those months. It's my reward for not catching it. It's my reward for catching it and coming out of it okay. A lot of it, can just be thought of that way. How many of us have done that? How many of us have remained strict, disciplined, and ardent about our food plan all through the holidays, from Halloween to whatever. And then on this weird day on February, 21st, there we are having something. And it's like, where did that come from? All the vigilance, just kind of crunched up like tinfoil and thrown away. Okay, so you caved in. You saw something, you smelled something. You decided that I'm not gonna resist it this time. Well, if you're watching this video and you already have done that, then you already know that there may be consequences. You may feel something that like you weren't expecting from doing that. You may have felt awful in the belly. You may have felt awful in the head, remorseful, self-loathing, all those silly little things that come in and take over our lives when we do what would be deemed a naughtier thing than usual, right? Okay, so you're watching this video. That must mean that you're ready to get back on track, back with the discipline and the structure, listening to me, listening to others, and all of the gobbledygook that is out there. But you had your momentary lapse and gave in. And so what are you going to do? Well, I think that if you're here and you're watching this and it's morning and you've got your little cuppa, you know that you want to do something. You know that you want to hop back on. You know that wasn't such a hot thing to do, but that's okay because we learn. Like me with the dumb, stupid little 25 grams of baby butter lettuce. If I didn't have it 2 nights in a row, I wouldn't have learned what I learned, right? I would have, it works. I'm adapted. I can do this. Well, I can't. So it'll be, maybe a once a week thing, have some sort of veg or something. I don't know. But I lost the urge to have anything that I'm not supposed to have, and that's good. Like that. So here we are. Now you say, okay, I had that fear of missing out, that FOMO, and I wanted to be included and I wanted to have that, and it was singing out to me. And I've been doing keto and carnivish and carnivore for 4 darn solid years. And this time it gripped me. So you had it. Was it worth it? I mean, if it was, that's good. What I don't want to see, though, is that the seed is planted. The addict got her way, his way, and now it's like, you want sugar, you want some carbs, you want some no-nos. And it's like you're going to be fighting all summer long to not have that item. And so I don't know how we handle it except not to have it. But this is a video about if you did have it, what's next. So getting back on and being vigilant is most important. Now for me, when I think of slips and cheats and treats and whatever word you want to apply to it, there's one that's planned. Okay? I am going to this party, and my sister-in-law makes the best something something salad, and it's a starch, ever. And I am going to have 1 scoop. And no, I'm not going to look for the biggest scoop that the house has. I'm just going to have whatever utensil is being used. I'm going to have a scoop of that, and that's that. I'm going to enjoy it. And to tell you the truth, it's probably not the last time I'm going to have something all summer long at all of these different events, but I'm going to have it. Okay, it's planned. You might even be able to find some sort of recipe that might match a little bit what it is if you do tracking, just so you can see what you've had. Maybe you don't do tracking or weighing and measuring, and you're just going to enjoy it. Mike from Carnivore talks about that all the time. There's certain places he can't resist. There's certain things that Marnia makes that he's not going to not have, right? He uses, I don't know, some sort of phrase that, life didn't, get me here just to have me go without. And he's right, right? So if you do get to some place where you have that just small taste, small treat, and it's planned, what's so bad about that? Really, it's planned. The tough part is when you go and you have ambivalence about how you're going to do at this cookout, this party, this wedding, this whatever, that just seems to come more often in warm weather. And especially after the last few months, it's just the fact that it's coming again is great, right? And so you don't make plans. You don't have plan A, plan B about how you're going to handle it, how it's going to make you feel, how you're going to deal with those feelings. Is it going to be true confession? Anyway, it's one of those spontaneous moments. And you're standing up, and it's not like you're even enjoying it. You just popped it, chewed it, and gulped it down. So you could just, whatever. And you really didn't savor the flavor, sit with it. I know that there's something that if Greg came home with it for me, I would have a measured amount of it, and I would sit there and I would make that what was 1 bite for that person at the party, a 40-minute event for me, because I've done it before. I did it when I was low carb, high fat. I'm thinking of a certain item that he knows I like. And so if and when you find yourself in that position, then what are you going to do? Are you a little bit more vulnerable or fragile to the summer stuff because you didn't plan it? You just popped it, you were standing up, you were talking while you were having it. It wasn't an enjoyable moment. Well, that's I would have concern if I just popped that and had no pleasure from really doing it. And the addict immediately said, I want more. I want more. Whew, it's not easy. I don't have an answer for what would work for you, but it just kind of scares me. It's like me drinking. I don't have a drink because I've been good, because I've been in for the last 3 months quarantined or anything like that. It's when it's planned out and it's not a secret and you're going to enjoy it and you're going to employ all the little ways that you would enjoy a treat and not just be standing there away, shoving it in, not having, any pure, just primal pleasure. I'm a primal pleasure person. And so, that's how I would want to enjoy the pre-planned treat. I also call it, what is it? What's the other thing that I call it? Oh God, I'm thinking of the magician, because he came up with it. Anyway, it's planned, and you're going to have it. If you have had something and it was just willy-nilly, spontaneous, popped in your mouth, you barely even know you had it. Like I think of some dogs that I've had in my life at their, with their bowl of kibble with some wet food, it's and it's gone in a second. I say plan it and enjoy it, because you will definitely respect it more and understand. It might not be the last time you have that thing, and that's okay. That's how I felt about pizza. That was the initial part of my having a keto pizza, now a Mitza pizza, because the thought of never having it again would make me want to eat 2 of them, right? So, be good to yourself. If you did it, a true confession might work, confessing it here on the site and saying, you're right, I did that, I had that, I feel really bad, I didn't enjoy it, I just shoved it in, and now I've got some consequences. Yeah, you do. And nobody can take those away from you. And to feel them, really feel them, and understand them, I don't know, some food coach might make you write about it and say, you write about how this made you feel, right, the bite before, the minute before, and then the last bite that you had, right before you licked your fingers, right? So just be careful, because the food plans that we're on are really for our health. Some of us have been lucky and lost weight, but some of us, go on it for health reasons, to give up the shoebox of meds, to give up the chronic pain, to give up, just having the diseases that all their family around them seem to have. And so far you've avoided it, and you didn't catch the virus because, you know that the virus doesn't like sugar. So that was a deterrent. So do what you can. Be safe. You can always confide in me. I have that bookend kind of deal that I've done for years with people I've coached. You let me know that you're going to do this. You go to the event, you have that something, and you leave. And then the other part of the bookend is saying, you went to the event, you ate the blankety blank, you had it, it was exactly what you said you were going to have. And so it just worked out for you. That's what I say. That's good. That is a food plan lifestyle in process. We aren't on these things to just deprive ourselves and feel yucky and feel like we're left out and our little faces against the window pane and we're just this sad little sack. No. We're doing this for our health because we want to feel better. And as some of you know from having some of the treats, you get back all those chronic things, or at least the aches and the pains and the sleeplessness and the gut issues, right? So you already know that you too are entitled to have some of those things happen. But it's the human factor, and it just gets into that food issue and just plays against you. I know I'm a food, carb, sugar addict. So be careful, be honest, be transparent, and know that, there's another side to this. There's the hangover, so to speak, and that, just not to be surprised that it could happen to you. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. I hope this was long enough for your cup of coffee, for your rebounder, for you to put your head in place of the day. I'm so glad you're here. I don't want to do this without you. Life is pretty darn good being carnivore, carnivish, or keto, right? I'm not changing it up, and I'm not having lettuce 2 days in a row, I'll tell you that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.